Continuing with inequalities in MAT021, we're going to look at examples 7 and 8, which are compound inequalities. So for example 7, we have three parts here. 6 is less than or equal to 3x plus 9 less than 21. So whatever we do to one section, we'll have to do to the other two. So our goal here is still, though, to get the variable by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 9. And I'm going to subtract it 6 minus 9, from the middle there minus 9, and then also 21 minus 9. Okay, so 6 minus 9 is negative 3, is less than or equal to 3x. And then 21 minus 9 will give us 12, so less than 12. All right, so then we need to divide all our sections by 3. Negative 3 divided by 3 will give us a negative 1, less than or equal to x, less than 4. Notice my signs did not flip. I did not have a negative there, okay? So then on my number line, let's see, let's start with negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so x is really greater than or equal to negative 1. So that means at negative 1, we're going to be going to the right, and we would have a bracket. All right, and then for x is x is less than 4, so at 4, we're going to be going to the left, and we would have a parenthesis. Again, remember, the entire part in between those is shaded. There should not be any gaps or anything. All right, so for our interval notation, we would have bracket negative 1, comma 4, parenthesis. All right, so let's look at number 8, our last inequality example. Again, we have a compound inequality. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that 7 there in the middle. So subtract 7 from all parts. 17 minus 7 is 10, less than or equal to negative 5x, less than, and 22 minus 7 will be 15. And then we're going to divide everything by a negative 5. Now, since I'm dividing by a negative, all of my inequalities will flip. So this first one will change from less than to become greater than or equal to, and the second one will become greater than. So 10 divided by negative 5 is a negative 2. And then x in the middle, and 15 divided by negative 5 will be a negative 3. Now when we write compound inequalities, the smallest number needs to be first. Negative 3 is actually smaller than negative 2. So I need to rewrite this with the negative 3 first. So that would be negative 3 less than x less than or equal to negative 2. Okay, that would be our algebraic. Okay, notice with the negative 3, it was pointing to it. So when I rewrote it, it still has to point that same way. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put this on our number line. Those two numbers are really close together, so I'm going to do some spacing there. So negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0. So x is greater than negative 3. That means we would go to the right, and we would have a parenthesis. and then x is less than or equal to -2. So we will be going to the left there with a bracket. So again, that entire middle section there is shaded. So for our interval notation, we'd have parenthesis -3, comma, or sorry, parenthesis -3, comma, -2, bracket. So that would be our answer for number 8.